there! Welcome to my first character speed painting video. Here we are going to talk about my ninja protagonist, Sabikaze no Yugen. Though, please remember that what you see here is not his official look. I am not a good drawist. Not calling myself an artist or a drawer. This is only something I did so the video won't look empty while we discuss about him. So, I acknowledge that my drawing makes stick figures look like masterpieces, so you need not to point it out for me. This atrocity will remain in my private gallery, don't worry. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about him. So, who is Yugen, how he came to be, and why him? So, for starters, as I said, Yugen is the protagonist of the Kusarigama meets the Macuahuitl alongside the Jaguar Aztec Macuahuitl. Now, the timeline of when the story begins. Yugen would be in his mid to late 20s, so he's somewhere in the range of 25 to 29. His height is 5 feet and 3 inches.
Oh, so he's a shorty.
Well, I guess by today's standards, but keep in mind my story is set during the 1500s. There's no ridiculous height preference at that time. In those times, especially during Japan's Sengoku period, where daimyos are at each other's throats, they don't care as long as the man can work. Plus, Yugen may just be 5 feet and 3 inches to others, but he's taller than both Macuahuitl and I, so I also believe that heights are subjective, so to me, he's definitely not short, because he's taller than me. So anyway, he's 5 feet and 3 inches, or 162 centimeters tall, and since flexibility and agility are his best strengths, he has a more toned, lean body with a bit of muscle here and there. So, as a pure Japanese, he has light East Asian skin, black hair that shines like raven in the moonlight, and dark brown eyes. I mean, there is no black eyes. That would just be an injury at that. That would mean an injury. So, yeah, dark brown eyes is the darkest natural eye color a human can get. Now, I won't spoil the book, but there are some things what I say right now would contradict my statements of what I wrote there, and that is okay. In all honesty, I don't really want to create a certain canon visual image of characters because I want the readers to have their own image in mind. So what I say now, you can ignore. You can draw Yugen tall or fat or skinny, scrawny, however you like. This is only how I see him as the author. You can take my word as the true visual imagery or not, but as long as we accept each other's interpretations, then it's all good. Though I only ask not to depict Yugen as African black, European white, Oceania tan, or even Latino tan. Macuahuitl is still here. He can be tanned or darker shade as long as it fits in the East Asian skin tone because he's pure Japanese with Yamato ancestors from Jomon period and everything. Their skin tones are very important to their characters, along their natural hair color and eye colors. So neither he or Macuahuitl can be natural blonde, ginger, or light brown haired unless they explicitly dyed it themselves. Same goes for their eyes with some of the unless you, I don't know, have a medieval magic contact lenses. Excuse them, that's fine too. So anyway, let's talk about his clothes. Now in mainstream, ninjas have these cool gadgets and colors, even outfits. As tempting as it is to put Yugen on fishnets, I'm writing him to be a historically accurate ninja, or shinobi. Now, based on my research, real-life shinobis won't go around trying to attract attention, so they won't be walking around the street looking like Naruto Sakura or the emo anime guy alongside them. Rather, they would try to look like anyone else in the area, or even as someone who is nobody in particular. Just a nobody. In an espionage mission, their attire also depends on what time of day they're to proceed on task. So in the story, Yugen will be wearing a very stereotypical ninja outfit. However, his clothing won't be pure black, as some popular belief would say. His uniform would be a monochrome of dark blue. I also imagine that his uniform is tighter for more agility. Any loose fabric would be fastened, and he would make sure that not a skin would be easily seen lest intentionally ripped. These reference pictures I used here, as you can see, are looser than what he'd prefer. On to his personality. Yugen is supposedly distant in story with a little cynical wit. However, underneath his silent, mysterious, secretive facade of his is a slightly awkward yet definitely curious man. He's not as smug and proud as his daimyo Matsuda, nor is he as lively as his samurai colleague Kyohei. Yugen prefers to listen most of the time and watch. There's still a bit of innocence in him, buried deep by his trauma and rage, as surprising as it is. I had Canon despite his looming mysterious shadow figure. He has a soft, whispery voice and just dislikes shouting in general. And that is all about Yugen for this video. I apologize for cutting it short. I really don't want to waste your time. My previous video was almost 8 minutes long and that really bothered me a lot, so I'm really cutting less time for you. Though no fret, this won't be the only video I will be having regarding Yugen and his character overall. There will be more, I promise, but for now, this is just it. I'm so sorry. So, this is Yugen, or Sabikaze no Yugen, the other protagonist of my cultural Aztec Japanese crossover, the Kusarigama meets the Macuahuitl. I hope you enjoyed this video as we explored Yugen's character more. It's not much right now. I hope it still counts as something. Thank you for being here until the end. Now I'm going to burn this drawing into the fire, please, to save our eyes. I hope to see you again soon. Until then, this is goodbye and have a good one, folks.